So let's talk about these SONY WF-1000XM3s. I buy so much crap, and I think I'm just gonna like start doing reviews, and why not? Because some of this shit is garbage. So I'm actually going to talk about these specifically because these are a replacement for the Jabra 65T Actives, right? Elite Actives or something like that. Now the reason I had to go get these is because the Jabra 65T Actives were really nice. I liked them a lot. They worked great. Let me actually turn these off. They worked great. The problem with them is that an earbud stopped working. And you know what they said? They said, well, what we want you to do is we want you to check your email, and we have instructions. Instructions were to reset the Jabra headset, and if that didn't work, they had more instructions on how to return it. And they wanted me to print out a shipping label, send them my $180 Jabra headsets or earbuds to them, so I have no earbuds, nothing. And then within 14 days, they would get me a new set back out. So immediately, now mind you, this is maybe 20 days into having them, and when I don't drop them, I don't work out in them. I didn't really do much with them for them to do anything like that. For the right ear to stop working, which the right ear is the one that controls them. You can't really use the left ear without the right ear. So I just got frustrated. I called Best Buy and I said, hey, look, I said, this is my phone number. I didn't get a receipt. Check my Best Buy purchases. The manager's like, oh yeah, no problem. I buy a ton of shit there. So they're like, all right, just bring them in. We'll swap them out for something else. So I got paid $169 for those, something like that. All said and done, it was like $169. They had a small sale or something. So what I did is I brought the Jabras back in, and the guy tells me, these are the best. I said, what's the best? He said, these are the best. I said, these are the best? He said, yeah. I said, okay. I'm already in 170. Really, it's what? It's like 240 with tax for these. So I just threw in the extra, I don't know, whatever it was almost an extra $100 or $80. So I said, okay, give me those. I get these, put them in. Now the Jabra said good sound quality, good. It was good sound quality. I'm used to Beats headsets, so it had good sound quality. It wasn't bad. The Bluetooth on it wasn't delayed, so it's pretty good. But these Sonys, they have really good sound quality, and they do. They have great sound quality. But then they work every time. By the time you put them in your ear, they're connected. You can use them separately. Works fine. The one problem with these is that when you go to use these, let's say I'm walking around listening to music, I get a phone call. Guess what happens? These are junk for audio. If you need to talk on the phone, they're pure junk. And it's crazy that when you just do some research or you have a complaint about these, what it tells you is that you need to repair them, reprovision them, forget them out of your phone. Like, if you need to do something like that, with something that an earphone that I really just wanted to spend $30 on. I ended up spending $240. If you have to do that, then these things are useless, completely useless. If you, the Jabras seemed, they were pretty good over voice. I never really had any issues with people saying, you know, hey, this didn't work. But that has 4 mics. They have like 4 mics or something like that. These Sonys though, I mean, noise cancellation now is such a different thing, right? And they brag about this noise canceling crap, but the problem is that the noise canceling is for outside sounds. I mean, it's not. It definitely ain't for, you know, it's from you hearing sounds outside of the earbud instead of the earbud not picking up alternative sounds around you. You know, noise canceling to me, I want the noise around me to be canceled so people just hear me talking. I have kids. I have animals. They make noise all the time. I take business calls all the time, and it's annoying. So, if you're looking to get these and you want the best of the best, I wouldn't even recommend these for working out. These are more or less, you know, high quality earbuds that you could use, you know, in a light movement environment. If you're going to be running, I've had these pop out. I've had these pop right out. The Jabras though, the Jabras will stay in your ear really, really good. The Jabras stay in very nice and tight. These don't hurt. They feel great in your ear. The Jabras, depending on how long you listen to them, it can be a little annoying. And you can turn them to kind of play with how tight it is in the ear. But I've had them where they, you know, they bothered me a little bit once or twice. But, you know, I'm able to move them around and then they're fine. And I really like these Sonys until I used it for the first call. When I used it for the first call, it wasn't even like, okay, they're 50-50, they're 60-40. These things are 90-10. Like, you got 10% worth of value on a phone call for these things. They're junk. They're junk for audio. There's no question. There's nothing you're going to do. There's all these sound profiles. It doesn't work. It's junk. These Sony WF-1000XM3. So, I mean, I'll probably end up just keeping these for just for sound, and I'm gonna have to find something else, you know. And originally I had, I really don't get into these earbud things because they're really a waste of money if you lose them. So I usually use cords and stuff, but the new Note doesn't have the plug, so you got to go with something wireless. And I mean, to be honest with you, this Sony has the same quality of these custom Big Lots AirPods. $20. The sound quality is, this is the sound quality, period. And this might even have better sound quality for $20, which is very, very disturbing at the price point and the company you're dealing with. So charging on them, and never had them go dead. They stay up for a long time, but you know, when I'm doing things, I'm listening to music for an hour, I pull them out, put them back in the case, then they charge. So really, if they say you're getting like, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 charges out of this, I'll end up getting like 10 charges out of this because I don't use them long enough for them to deplete themselves and have to get 2 full charges. So, you know, they really don't ever die. The Jabras were really the same way. One thing about the Jabras, I was going to do a review on them before I swapped them out, but I didn't. The case, oh man, when people say the case is like hell to open, it really is. It doesn't open that good. It's terrible. This case is magnetic and it opens fine. You know, if you drop this case, there is a potential that, you know, it can pop open and these could kind of flop out, but they're in pretty good. So the magnets in there are holding those earbuds where the jobbers don't have those, and I've dropped the jobber case. And it's funny, it's hard to open the jobber case, but if you drop it, I dropped it like I have a stairwell upstairs, and it fell through the railing because I dropped it and hit the first floor and popped open, and the earbuds just flew out. And it was weird because that case is hard to open. You wouldn't expect that, but I mean, the specs on this, you know, it's supposed to be hands-free HD voice, you know. The one thing I did love about it is amazing that this has a USB-C port. All my devices have USB-C, and it's just an amazing plug, and I love when I don't have to have separate plugs. So that's one thing that forces me to kind of keep these and figure out another solution for calls, because I listen to, you know, I do a lot of work at home. I run my own business, so when I'm not on calls, or if I'm doing housework or remodeling around the house, that's what happens since I work at home. My wife just has me demolishing stuff all the time. What I end up doing is I would listen to these, and you know, I would just put these in and listen for hours. But they definitely don't have HD voice. It's just not happening. Music playback's great. It says 6 hours straight. I've had it for at least 4 hours straight, and maybe put them in the case for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then used them again for another 4 hours, and they were still like at 70%. So I'm not sure. I listened to them at full volume or close to full volume. So I'm not sure, you know, how it drains itself, but it seems like it's pretty good. But that's my review on the WF-1000XM3 SONY earbuds. Don't buy them if you need audio calls. Thanks for watching.